Welcome to Pod Life, where every day is a new chance to grow. Today we talk about something we all struggle with, how to balance reason and courage. Sometimes our minds tell us to be careful, but our hearts push us toward the unknown. How do we decide when to be logical and when to be brave? Let's dive deep. We all have moments when our hearts and minds seem to argue. Have you ever wanted something so badly, but fear held you back? Maybe it was a dream job, telling someone how you feel, or making a tough decision. Your mind says, "What if I fail?" But your heart whispers, "What if it works?" This battle inside us is part of being human. Reason is like a guiding light. It helps us weigh risks, think ahead, and make smart choices. Without reason, we might jump into situations that aren't good for us. But what happens when we rely too much on reason? We overthink, we hesitate. We stay in our comfort zones because it feels safe. But safe isn't always fulfilling. Courage is what pushes us forward. It's the voice that says, "Even if I'm scared, I'll try." Courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving despite it. When we take that first step towards something uncertain, we grow. But being courageous doesn't mean being reckless. It means trusting that we can handle what comes next. Sometimes our logical minds convince us that we're not ready, that we need more time, more knowledge, or more security. Have you ever held back from an opportunity because you didn't feel good enough? That's reason turning into fear. It's protecting us, but sometimes we don't need protection, we need movement. Courage without thought can be dangerous. Jumping into things without considering the consequences can lead to regret. Imagine running into the rain without an umbrella. You might enjoy the moment, but if there's a storm, you'll wish you had planned better. Courage needs direction. So how do we find balance? Think of reason as the map and courage as the fuel. Without a map, you might get lost. Without fuel, you won't go anywhere. We need both. The key is knowing when to listen to your mind and when to trust your heart. Courage doesn't have to be big. It can be as simple as speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or sending that message you've been scared to send. Every small act of courage strengthens us for bigger moments. Fear will always be there. It's part of life. But fear loses its power when we face it. Ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? And what's the best that could happen? Usually, the fear of failure is worse than the failure itself. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. Every mistake teaches us something. The most successful people didn't get there by avoiding failure. They got there by learning from it. So don't let the fear of failing stop you from trying. Sometimes we overthink and ignore our gut feelings. But intuition is powerful. It's that deep knowing that doesn't always make sense logically, yet it feels right. Trusting yourself is an important step in balancing reason and courage. We often seek advice from others, which is good, but no one knows you better than yourself. Learn to listen to your inner voice. If something feels right, it probably is. If something feels off, don't ignore that feeling. Starting is the hardest part. Whether it's a new job, a relationship, or a personal goal, taking that first step is scary. But once you do, you realize it wasn't as bad as you thought. Progress starts with one step. The way we talk to ourselves matters. If we constantly say, "I can't," we start believing it. But if we say, "I'll try," our minds open up to possibility. Change your story, change your life. The people around us influence us more than we realize. Are your friends and family encouraging you to grow? Or are they feeding your fears? Find people who challenge and inspire you. Not everything will go as planned. That's okay. Every setback is a lesson in disguise. Instead of seeing obstacles as stop signs, see them as detours leading to something better. Nothing truly amazing happens inside our comfort zones. Growth is uncomfortable, but that's where the magic is. Think about a time you did something that scared you. Didn't it make you stronger? Perfection is an illusion. If we wait until we're perfect to start, we'll never begin. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to be a work in progress. The goal is progress, not perfection. At some point, thinking and planning must turn into action. Overthinking can paralyze us. Ask yourself, what small step can I take today toward what I want? Then do it. Imagine looking back on your life. Will you regret the risks you took or the ones you didn't? Most people regret not trying more than failing. Don't let fear steal your chances. Balancing reason and courage is a lifelong journey. There's no perfect formula, but with awareness, we can make better choices. Trust your mind to guide you, but let your heart lead you forward. Be brave, be thoughtful, keep growing. See you next episode.